Great seeing you back for Devos. Okay, all week. Mark chapter 2. Now, I want to talk about don't be a Pharisee. Okay, Mark chapter 2. I was dealing with the Pharisees. I mean, that was just, they causing Jesus all sorts of trouble. Are you a Pharisee? I think there are Pharisees around us that we never thought that they were Pharisees. Okay, how do we guard against becoming a Pharisee? I should bring a sermon on this. Okay, there are two words, brokenness and humility. If you are, in a godly sense, spiritually, a broken person, that's good. Full of humility, that's awesome. You will not be a Pharisee. That's pretty simple, right? But it's hard to get there, isn't it? Pride is concerned with who is right. Humility is concerned with what's right. You should jot that down. It's very important. Look at Proverbs 11:2. When pride comes, then comes disgrace. But with the humble is wisdom. So when a person becomes humble, I realize I'm just a simple man. I know I'm not any better than anyone else. When you are constantly looking at what you're doing and you're not filled with pride, God will give you great wisdom and he'll bless you. He'll elevate you. Okay, now I got a little test here. I got to go through this quick, but look here. Are you prideful? Prideful people become irritated when someone corrects their mistakes or instructs them. A prideful person doesn't want anyone telling them what to do. And if you try to give them some advice, they're hurt, they're upset, they're angry. 2, a prideful person will not admit their mistakes, they hide them. And they have an excuse why something happened. I get so tired of being around people, working with people. Something bad happens. And we have to play the blame game. We have to find out whose fault this is. How immature that is. It really is. Okay, but prideful person, wasn't their fault. Number 3, a proud person compares themselves to others as being better. They'll talk about a person and rip them down because they want to feel better about themselves. They're always comparing themselves. You want to be this person. Pride is independence from God. So when people say, well, I don't like telling anyone a need I have, or I don't like to share the truth of the mistakes I made. Okay, so we hide these things. I'm not saying you pour all these things out. When you take care of all your own problems, you say, well, I don't like praying for myself. Okay, stop right there. What you're saying is I'm filled with so much pride. I do not need God. But I pray for other people who need him. That's pride. Okay, so it's independence from God. God does not like that. Look at Psalms 34:18. The Lord is near to the brokenhearted and saves the crushed in spirit. Now, you don't want to stay crushed, but there are experiences of life that will come along and it will crush you. It will smash you spiritually. If you let God do his work, he'll squeeze out of you all your sin. I mean, you're not going to be sinless. You're struggling, but he'll squeeze out of you all your self-centeredness, your pride. That's what you want. That's what God wants. That's when he can use you. Brokenness comes to an end of yourself. That's what brokenness is. Yeah, I'm not in charge of my own life. I need God. I can't live without him. He's number one. True humility is not thinking of self. That's pretty simple, right? Okay, so this is what I want you to do. I want you to say, I don't want to be a prideful person. I want to put Jesus number one. I put others before myself. I don't want to be self-centered, but I want to live for God. That will keep you from being a Pharisee.